9 police dogs surrounded a 12-year-old black boy at JFK Airport, and every passenger stopped walking. Tyler Washington stood alone at Gate 23 with a worn backpack and a crumpled ticket, while German shepherds barked in his face and 6 security guards closed in. "Kid, don't move a muscle," the sergeant barked. "You're in a restricted area." Phones came out. People hit record. In seconds, the entire terminal was watching a black child being treated like a criminal for simply existing. Tyler didn't scream. He didn't run. At 12, he already knew. Boys who look like him don't get to make sudden movements. "Sir," he said calmly, hands visible, voice steady, "I'm waiting for my connection to London. My flight leaves in an hour. I can show you my ticket." The sergeant laughed. "First class to London? At your age? What's next, kid? Your dad's a diplomat?" What he didn't realize was how close he was to the truth. Before they could drag Tyler away, a woman in a suit stepped forward, furious. "Is that Tyler Washington?" She marched straight toward them. "This boy is my responsibility. I'm Jennifer Morrison, diplomatic advisor. Tyler is under British consular protection." The whole terminal went silent. The sergeant tried to bluff. "How do I know you're not making that up?" Jennifer just pulled out her phone. "It's okay, Ms. Morrison," he said softly. "My grandfather told me things like this would happen. I was ready." One sentence. A 12-year-old saying, "This was expected." It hit everyone in the terminal harder than any shouting could have. Then Jennifer made one more call. "I need to speak with Ambassador Washington." "Yes, it's about his grandson." Every guard froze. Grandson of Ambassador James Washington, America's representative to the UN for human rights. The child surrounded by 9 police dogs wasn't just some kid. He was the grandson of the man who writes speeches about exactly this kind of injustice. And the whole thing was already going viral. Black child humiliated at JFK as ambassador's grandson. "You didn't know what?" Tyler cut in, voice clear, no yelling. "That black kids can fly first class? That we deserve basic respect? Or that your actions would have consequences?" Coming from a 12-year-old, those words landed like a verdict. Then it got worse for the sergeant. One of his own officers stepped up. "Sir, our body cams recorded everything, including when you said, 'These kinds of people, and let's teach this kid his place.' In front of diplomats, in front of passengers, in front of a boy whose family specialized in documenting human rights abuses." Meanwhile, the British consul general himself arrived and knelt in front of Tyler. "Young Mr. Washington, on behalf of my government, I apologize for what you went through." Tyler shook his hand respectfully. "Thank you, sir, but I think the apologies should really start with our own people. No anger. Just dignity," and a mirror pointed back at the system. 6 months later, Tyler walked back through JFK. This time the signs over security read, "Dignity and respect for all passengers." Body cameras were mandatory. New anti-discrimination training was in place at airports across the country. And a new law had just been signed. The Tyler Washington Airport Dignity Protection Act. You have huge power over people who travel. Use it with dignity. Not because it's policy, but because it's right. 2 years later, Tyler was giving talks at the UN, advising on children's rights, and his children's book about respect in airports was a bestseller. "I don't deserve forgiveness, but your words changed me." When a reporter later asked Tyler, "Did you know that day would change everything?" "I knew I could either be a victim or an example. I chose to be an example." And what would you say to other kids who face discrimination? Always keep your dignity. They expect anger and fear. It lets them say they were right when you stay calm and smart. You force the world to see who you really are. The best revenge against prejudice isn't destroying the people who discriminate. It's building a world where their behavior has no place left to exist. If this story moved you, follow for more real stories where the people everyone underestimates rewrite the rules.